Hey, I'm Kelly. If you love cars as much as I do, you're in the right place. From drifting car days to uncovering the world's most iconic rides. Gear up and subscribe to Drive with Kelly for nonstop car fun. For decades, budget meant compromise. You'd get gutless engines or components that failed before the first oil change. But in 2026, that stigma is dead. These 13 bikes I'm about to reveal prove you don't need to spend $25,000 to get a motorcycle that's fast, reliable, and genuinely fun to ride. These are the best budget bikes you can buy right now. Number 13, the Honda Navi. We begin with the absolute cheapest street-legal motorcycle in North America. The Honda Navi is a glorious mini motorcycle that defies categorization. It features a 109cc air-cooled single producing 8 horsepower with a CVT automatic transmission, no clutch, no shifting, just twist and go. It weighs only 236 pounds, with a lockable storage box big enough for a jacket or laptop. The 30-inch seat height makes it accessible for anyone. Marcus from Texas says, "It costs $3 to fill the tank. I ride it to class every day. It's impossible to ride without smiling." A new Navi costs $1,887. Used ones run $1,500. Number 12, the CF Moto Papio SS. If the Grom is king of minis, the Papio SS is the rebellious jester. This retro racer mini bike oozes style for pennies. It looks like a Ducati Panigale that shrank in the wash. The 126cc single makes 12 horsepower with a crucial 6-speed gearbox, allowing you to hit 65 miles per hour comfortably. Dual headlights and a half fairing give it legitimate cafe racer vibes. The clip-on bars force you into a tuck with high pegs for cornering. Rachel from Oregon writes, "The Papio SS looks so much cooler than a Grom. I take it to the track on weekends. It's the most fun I've had for $3,000. Brand new costs $3,299, used around $2,500. Number 11, the Royal Enfield Hunter 350. Royal Enfield is the master of budget retro, and the Hunter 350 is their masterpiece. Designed specifically for new riders who want vintage looks with modern riding. The 349cc air oil-cooled single produces 20 horsepower and sounds like a classic British thumper. It gets roughly 80 miles per gallon. The frame geometry is steeper than other Enfields for quicker city steering. The 31-inch seat and wide upright bars feel substantial real metal, not plastic. William from Boston says, "It's my first bike. It's forgiving. The clutch is light. It looks like a proper motorbike from the 60s. A new Hunter costs $3,999, used for around $3,200. Number 10, the Honda XR 150L. This is the farm truck of motorcycles. Honda finally brought this agricultural legend to the US market, and it's the ultimate utility machine built to survive the apocalypse. The 149cc air-cooled carbureted single makes 12 horsepower simple technology you can fix with a screwdriver anywhere. It comes with a massive cargo rack and long travel suspension that handles potholes and jumps without bottoming out. The 33-inch seat compresses when you sit, making it accessible for shorter riders. Stephen from Montana shares, "I bought 2 for the price of 1 KTM. We drop them in the rocks and keep going." It ventures places a BMW GS can't. New costs $3,299, used around $2,500. Number 9, the Kawasaki Z500. Kawasaki upgraded their legendary 400 platform to 500cc to maintain lightweight dominance. The Z500 is the quintessential first big bike. The 451cc liquid-cooled parallel twin produces 51 horsepower. It's punchy, rev-happy, and bulletproof with a slipper clutch and lightweight trellis frame. At only 366 pounds, it's incredibly agile. The naked bike ergonomics offer a slight forward lean, aggressive enough for canyon carving, upright enough for commuting without back pain. Jennifer from Seattle says, "I upgraded from a Ninja 250. The Z500 feels like a rocket ship. It's so light I can flick it around effortlessly. Insurance is cheap and it looks mean. New costs $5,500, used around $4,800. Number 8. The Triumph Speed 400. Triumph shocked the world by partnering with Bajaj to build a budget bike that actually feels like a Triumph. The Speed 400 brings premium British finishing to the entry-level price point. The 398cc liquid-cooled single makes 39 horsepower with inverted forks, ride-by-wire throttle, and traction control. The paint finish and gold anodized forks look like they belong on a bike costing twice as much. The neutral roadster ergonomics with 31-inch seat accommodate a wide range of riders comfortably. Oliver from Miami writes, "I've owned Big Triumph for years. The Speed 400 is brilliant. It has that Triumph DNA. The finish is flawless. It's the best value bike on the market, period. Brand new costs $4,995, used around $4,200. Number 7. The Yamaha MT-03. The Master of Torque moniker might be a stretch for a 300, but the MT-03 is a riot. It uses the R3 sport bike engine but strips away the plastic for a raw urban brawler vibe. The 321cc liquid-cooled parallel twin makes 41 horsepower and loves to rev to 12,000 RPM. The front face looks like a transformer, giving it distinctive street presence. The upright ergonomics with sculpted tank feel incredibly light and agile in city traffic, letting you filter through gaps bigger bikes can't touch. Jordan from Philadelphia says, "The MT-03 is the perfect city bike. It's narrow enough to split lanes, fast enough for the expressway. It's a tank." New costs $4,999, used around $3,800. Quick pit stop. We're halfway through the list of budget champions, and I have a serious question. Would you rather buy a brand new budget bike with a warranty or a 10-year-old premium bike with miles? Tell me in the comments below. Are you team new or team used? I want to see a debate down there. Okay, let's get back to saving money. Number 6. The Royal Enfield Shotgun 650. If you want a cruiser that isn't a cookie-cutter rebel, the Shotgun 650 is the new cool kid on the block. This bobber-style custom, straight from the factory, features the legendary 648cc air-cooled parallel twin, making 47 horsepower and 38 foot-pounds of torque with a 270-degree crank that gives it a lovely rumble. It's built like a tank, using real steel fenders rather than cheap plastic. Mid-set foot pegs and flat bars put you in a commanding, slightly aggressive posture. Marcus from Denver says, "I traded my Sportster for the Shotgun. The Enfield engine is smoother and just as fun." The build quality is shocking for the price. I get asked what it is at every stoplight. New costs $6,890, used around $6,000. Number 5. The KTM 390 Duke Gen 3. The corner rocket has been completely redesigned. The Gen 3 Duke 390 is barely a budget bike anymore in terms of specs. It's a premium lightweight weapon. The 399cc liquid-cooled single makes 44 horsepower with adjustable suspension for both rebound and compression, launch control, and a track mode. These are features usually found on $20,000 bikes. The aggressive ergonomics push you over the front wheel to attack corners. It's sharp, twitchy, and exhilarating. Carlos from Arizona writes, "The new 390 is insane. The adjustable suspension lets me dial it in for the track. It brakes harder than my old 600. It's not a beginner bike. It's a weapon for anyone." New costs $6,299, used around $5,500. Number 4. The Honda Rebel 500. This is the gold standard of modern metric cruisers. The Rebel 500 saved the cruiser segment for young people. It's minimalist, reliable, and infinitely customizable. The 471cc liquid-cooled parallel twin makes 46 horsepower, the same bulletproof engine as the CB500 line. It uses chain drive and looks like a bobber right off the floor with fat tires and blacked-out components. The super relaxed ergonomics feature a 27, 2-inch seat height incredibly low. The mid-mounted pegs fit short riders perfectly but can feel cramped over 6 feet. Sophia from Arizona says, "I bought my Rebel 3 years ago. I've put 15,000 miles on it. It's never needed a repair. It's fast enough for the highway but easy to manage in the city. New costs $6,499, used steady at $5,000. Number 3. The Suzuki DRZ 4S. After 25 years, Suzuki finally updated the DRZ 400. The new DRZ 4S is the dual sport everyone has been waiting for, bringing modern tech to a legendary platform without ruining the simplicity. The 398cc liquid-cooled single now has fuel injection and a 6-speed transmission finally. No more searching for a non-existent 6th gear on the highway. It makes 38 horsepower with updated KYB suspension and a modern chassis. The typical dirt bike ergonomics feature a high 37-inch seat designed for standing up. Robert, a longtime DRZ owner, says, "I waited 2 decades for this. The fuel injection is crisp, and the 6th gear changes everything. I can actually ride to the trails at 70 miles per hour without screaming the engine. It's the perfect dual sport." New cost $7,100. Number 2. The CF Moto 450 SS. This is the bike that forced Kawasaki to update the Ninja 400. The CF Moto 450 SS is a sport bike that offers premium features for a bargain price. It looks like a spaceship. The 450cc parallel twin with a 270-degree crank sounds like a V-twin and makes 50 horsepower. It comes standard with Brembo brakes and winglets, yes, aerodynamic winglets on a budget bike. It has a TFT display with navigation built in. The sporty but comfortable ergonomics with raised clip-ons and supportive seat fit into the sport touring category. Derek from California says, "I was skeptical of a Chinese bike, but the fit and finish blew me away. It sounds amazing stock. I've tracked it 5 times and it hasn't skipped a beat." For $5,600, it's a steal. New costs $5,699, used around $4,500. Number 1. The CF Moto Ibex 450. This is the bike that broke the internet. The Ibex 450 is the unicorn everyone asked for, a lightweight twin-cylinder adventure bike with real off-road specs for a budget price. The 449cc parallel twin makes 44 horsepower, but the magic is the chassis. It has KYB adjustable suspension with 8 inches of travel, tubeless cross-spoke wheels with a 21-inch front, and weighs roughly 385 pounds dry. The rally-inspired ergonomics feature a flat seat, high bars, and adjustable windshield. It feels like a mini Yamaha Tenere 700, approachable yet capable. Andrew from Washington writes, "I sold my Heavy Tiger 900 for the Ibex. I have 0 regrets. It handles single track like a dirt bike but cruises home at 75 miles per hour. For $6,500, it makes every other ADV bike look overpriced. New cost $6,499, used holding strong at $5,800. Now it is your call. So let me know which of these 2026 budget bikes you would actually buy in the comments. And if this list changed how you look at affordable motorcycles, you should also watch our video on 13 Chinese motorcycles that are shockingly good. That video is pulled up right here in the corner. Catch you in the next one.